The second dose, at least 80% of participants experienced a systemic side effect, ranging from severe chills to fevers. So, are these vaccines safe?
The FDA, not being pressured, will look hard at that.
But the data showed that everybody with a high dose had a side effect.
Yeah, but some of that is not dramatic, where it's just super painful. But yes, we need to make sure there's not severe side effects. The FDA, I think will do a good job of that, despite the pressure.
Just like the nurse was telling us earlier today, when we got tested, she experienced chills.
And she said all her friends did too.
Yep, all her friends did. So this is something that Alex was saying, and people were denying it. Also, Alex was talking about how children in Sudan were involuntarily given these polio vaccines, and a lot of them got polio from the vaccine. We were like, what? So then he shows us, there's an AP News report, an article from AP, Associated Press, that shows this poor little terrified child that's squeezing his mouth open and dropped this oral vaccine in his mouth, and it talked about how many of these kids got polio from this vaccine. These are things that Alex says that you're not hearing people talk about this. This is not something that mainstream discussed, and it doesn't mean that vaccines are bad, but this is a fact.
Well, yeah, they got liability protection for this giant field of medicine that's always failed and always caused problems by calling it vaccines. Now it's got liability protection. Here's where it gets interesting. A gene editing experiment on human embryos went horribly wrong. Read that from futurism.com. All the horrible mutations, the deaths, the deadly viruses, all of it. mRNA vaccines, a new era in vaccinology. Moderna announces positive interim phase 1 data on its mRNA vaccine. The cancer-specific drives mRNA alternative, and it goes through all of it in PubMed and explains that mRNA is directly connected to triggering cancer in your DNA. And there's NPR saying the same thing. It'll give you the mutations, give you cancer, give you the rise of the viruses. And we can please continue here. The reading is from PubMed. Bluebird scrambles to find out if its gene therapy caused cancer in clinical trial. Oh yeah, a bunch of folks that did it got cancer, but it's no big deal. Cancer is a known risk of gene therapies. Really? That's out of mainstream news, mid-city news. Oh, it's a known thing. Well, Bill Gates and the UN say, the fact checkers at Facebook are actually run out of the Wuhan lab. Wuhan lab runs it. That's not true. It's like a well-known thing, but that's not true. Lyme gene therapy caused leukemia in some, boy in the bubble syndrome in others. No immune system for some, and leukemia for others. Well, and that's out of Science Daily. But again, that's a few years ago. Now they've rolled this out. Not allowed to say that. Google will block you if you warn anybody. Liver tumor in gene therapy recipient raises concerns about virus widely used in treatment. Yep, that's your virus vector technology. That's out of sciencemag.org. I got about 100 of these. You want to see some more? Oh, but I'm not allowed to tell you about that. I'm the bad man. I'm the evil man.
The second dose, at least 80% of participants experienced a systemic side effect, ranging from severe chills to fevers. So, are these vaccines safe?
The FDA, not being pressured, will look hard at that.
But the data showed that everybody with a high dose had a side effect.
Yeah, but some of that is not dramatic, where it's just super painful. But yes, we need to make sure there's not severe side effects. The FDA, I think will do a good job of that, despite the pressure.